Hello there. This is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So, in today's flag and fact based ASMR video, in a soft spoken voice, we're gonna look at all my badges, or if you're in the States, my pins, and we're going to talk about which countries they are and learn some facts about them. I've got this reference card that came with the box. Which is helpful because the odd couple that I get confused with, it will say on the side which countries they are. You can just about see it from close up. It is quite difficult at times. So I'll put that to one side. I'm going to grab all these up, put them back in the box, and then when we take one, it'll be completely from random. Let's learn some flags while we go to sleep. So, with my little reference guide, actually this is making a little noise. I'm going to put my coaster under it so it doesn't bang on the table. Should we do a quick fire round to begin with, get you in the mood before you start falling to sleep? Okay, that one. That is Bahrain. So there, Bahrain. Very similar to Qatar. But yes, next door country is an island, Bahrain. Also very rich with oil. Maybe it's gas as well, I can't remember. Very small country but very rich. Just off the coast of the desert. That's a good one. Is this the right way up though? Yes it is, I just checked. So blue down the bottom, quarter red at the top quarter, 2 quarters of white with a red 5-pointed star in each of the white quarters. 3, 2, 1, this is Panama. Panama in Espanol. That is a transcontinental country because it links North America to South America. Unless you're one of those subscribers that have told me off for saying there's only one America, which is kind of a thing. There is a school of thought. Oh, this is a nice hard one. 2 red bands to the left and the right. Light blue band through the middle and some sort of monument in gold on the left. On top of the red stripe. 3, 2, 1. This is Mongolia. Ulaanbaatar is the capital of Mongolia. I'll put them that way up so they don't roll around. See if I can find it on here for you. says here Mongolia. Now, this is showing up. Oh no, that's correct. Okay. So 3 stripes. They're horizontal stripes. Top one is red, middle one is white. Excuse me. Top is red, middle one is white, bottom one is green. Three, two, one. This is Hungary. The capital of Hungary is Budapest. And the Danube River flows through the centre of Budapest, Buda on one side, Pest on the other side. Literally flows through the centre of the city, as it is one of the longest rivers in Europe. Okay, yep. Just checking this the right way up. I believe so. So it's actually that way up. And I feel, because it's circular, there's a bit missing which I think should be blue down the bottom. But you can see we've got horizontal stripes, one of white and then red. And on the white we've got a crown in gold. It's quite tricky to see. That's a good angle. But I'm sure some blue should be on there. 3, 2, 1. This is Liechtenstein. Now, Liechtenstein is a tiny little country in between Switzerland and Austria. It's just in the middle, basically up in the Alps. Fun fact, it has a national anthem, the tune of which, not the words, which are all sung in German and completely different to this anthem I'm about to say. But its anthem has the exact same tune as the national anthem of the UK, God Save the King. It's literally the same tune, just completely different lyrics, and also it's in German. It's a fun one. So we've got a pale blue or a light blue background. We have a border in gold on the left hand side, a sun in gold in the middle, and underneath it is an eagle in gold. Three, two, one. This is Kazakhstan. Lots of people pronounce it Kazakhstan, but it's actually pronounced Kazakhstan. It's the largest landlocked country in the world, and I think it might be in the top 10 largest countries in the world as well. So yeah, it doesn't have access to an ocean. There is access to water. Although the Aral Sea, which sits between Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, is drying up very, very quickly. Oh, I think we can guess this one quite easily. So we got that border in a navy blue on the top left with 50 white stars on it. And then I forget, it's either 16 or 13 red and white stripes. 3, 2, 1, this is obviously the United States of America. I remember the first time I heard that there is a state called Washington, because every context I'd heard Washington was Washington DC, until I lived with an American during university, and she said, oh, no one calls it Washington, we all call it DC. Washington is the state, which is like on the other side of the country. Okay, next one, we have a red triangle to the left hand side. It has a 5-pointed star in white on it, and then blue and white horizontal stripes for the rest of the flag. Quite a pretty flag, I like it. 3, 2, 1, this is Cuba's flag, Cuba. And the capital of Cuba is Havana, with an H. So we could say in English Havana, in Spanish Havana. It's the largest island in the Caribbean for landmass. In terms of population, I assume, no, Hispaniola might have a larger population. Next to it is the island of Hispaniola, which has Haiti and the Dominican Republic, half and half, and that has quite a surprisingly high population. Okay, so this one is a little niche, maybe you won't know it. There's a white background and a red cross going through the middle with 4 red, smaller red crosses in each of the 4 white quarters. I'll give you one clue. If you know the name of this cross, you'll get it. 3, 2, 1. This is Georgia. And my clue comes from the fact that this is the St. George's Cross, which we also see on England's flag. And therefore St. George, Georgia. The capital of Georgia is a place called Tbilisi. And Georgia is found just in the Caucasus Mountains, next door to Turkey, Armenia, Azerbaijan and Russia to the north. Another tricky one. I like this pack because it has far more and therefore very tricky ones. We've got 3 horizontal stripes, red at the top and red at the bottom, navy blue across the middle, and in the navy blue in the middle there is a white circle. Now I'm going to have to double check myself. I think I know. Yes, okay, I got it. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to double check with the card. I think this is Cambodia. Let's have a look. No, it's Laos, excuse me. I've also heard it pronounced Laos. Laos, maybe. Did it used to be called Cambodia? Is that why I'm thinking? Or is Laos next to Cambodia? I do get confused. Oh no, hang on. There's Cambodia. And there's Laos. They are next door to each other. If you know where Thailand or Vietnam are, then you will easily find Cambodia and Laos. Okay, that's 10. I said that was going to be the quick round. Let's do 5 really quick ones. See if you're paying attention. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Chile. And the capital is Santiago de Chile. Chile is this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is a country which has recently changed its name. It was called Turkey, but has recently renamed it Turkey. And the capital is a place called Ankara. However, the largest city in the country is Istanbul, that magical city full of history, which is actually transcontinental, literally being split in half in a body of water that separates Asia from Europe. It's the city, not just the country, is between two continents. Okay, I think this is an easy one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the flag of Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico in the Caribbean. Not far from Cuba, that we spoke about earlier, and you can see resemblance with its flag as well. Many famous celebrities have come from Puerto Rico originally or have heritage there. And I looked at it several times on Google Earth, and it is a beautiful place. It's the hard one. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the flag of Armenia. We saw when we had Georgia earlier on. Armenia is just next door, and the capital is called Yerevan. Yerevan. At one point in history, the country of Armenia was absolutely massive. But after many invasions from the Persians and the Ottomans and the Russians, the country now has very small borders. But there are lots of Armenian speakers in modern-day Turkey, also in Israel, and in lots and lots in Russia. And because of the diaspora, there is a huge population of Armenians in California specifically, some of whom are very famous. Some famous Armenian Americans would be Andre Agassi, the tennis player. Cher is a US Armenian, and the Kardashians, of course. Okay, another one in the quickfire round. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The colour's a bit distorted with this camera at the moment, but this isn't black, this is navy blue and white. This is the flag of Greece, Helata in Greek. One of the most important countries when we consider politics and philosophy, and many of their words from the Greek language have come into English via Latin. Very beautiful language as well. Many islands, including Crete and Rhodes. Beautiful place. Okay, we're going to slow down a bit then. We haven't had too many African countries, have we? Let's try and find one. It can be fussy. This isn't an African country, but can you name it? It's got the yellow offset to the left cross on a blue background. 3, 2, 1. This is Sweden. Sverige. Sweden. And Stockholm is the capital Sweden. Not another. Sorry, I can't find an African country. I'll keep hunting. This one's quite easy, I think. It's a red background with a large gold 5-pointed star on the top left and 4 smaller stars surrounding it in a curve. Three, two, one. This is China's flag, and the capital of China is Beijing, which literally translates as Bei is north and Jing is capital. This was the northern capital, and if you're wondering, there was a southern capital, Nanjing, which means southern capital. But yes, Beijing is the capital. It's not the largest city though. The largest city in China is actually Shanghai, which is just southerly from Beijing down the coast. I'm officially looking for an African country. Why are there none in here? Hang on a minute. Oh yes, okay. Starting to feel like there aren't any African countries. There's Cambodia that we spoke about earlier on. Maybe it's by design or accident, but I cannot find a single African country. Nope, none. I wonder if there's like a second pack and I can get that. Why would they not have a single African country in there? Okay. This one's dirty. They won't be happy with me. Okay, this one. Apologies about the dirt in the middle. Hang on. That way. Is a tricolor of vertical stripes, blue on the left, white on the middle, and red on the right. 3, 2, 1. It's France, La République Française. The capital, of course, is Paris. Actually, that's not dirt, that's like scraped. And one of the largest countries in Europe. Oh, hang on, that's France. What's this then? Oh, I see. This is France. This is not. This is a different country. One of my favourite countries. As we say in this language, sorry. So it's got 3 horizontal stripes. The top one is a sort of burgundy red, then white in the middle and blue down the bottom. 3, 2, 1. This is the Netherlands. I did a little bit of research to find out at what point it became correct to call this country the Netherlands rather than Holland. And apparently this isn't an old thing, this is fairly recent. The weird thing to people who are not Dutch is that Holland is a part of the Netherlands. It's one of the places in the Netherlands. It's like calling the USA Texas, or, I don't know, Italy, Lombardia, or Spain, Castile. So Holland, North Holland and South Holland are just two areas where you can find Amsterdam. But there's lots more of the Netherlands. And apparently this, similar to how Turkey changed its name, was encouraged by the Dutch government not long ago, like in the last 20 years, I think. The Netherlands being the word that describes the fact that it's a low-lying country, some of which under sea level, where they use a very complicated system of dikes to keep the water out, and some of the land they use is reclaimed from the sea. There's a whole section that wasn't there 50 years ago, or maybe 100 years ago now. And we'll make a nice 20th then. Okay. Nice easy one to finish off. It's a green background with a yellow diamond shape in the middle, and in the middle of that is a blue, dark blue circle with a white band with some words across the white band that you can't see on here. And on the navy blue there are some white stars. The blue is meant to represent the night sky. 3, 2, 1. This is the flag of Brazil. At one time in its history, Brazil was the capital, or one place in Brazil was the capital of Portugal, because the Portuguese had to flee. I think it was when the Spanish invaded Portugal, or the French, I can't remember. And so for a short while, the opposite happened. So originally Portugal governed Brazil, but then somewhere in Brazil was governing Portugal. And they do speak a form of Portuguese, slightly different accent. The capital is a place called Brasilia. At one point in its history, I think, Rio de Janeiro, or Rio de Janeiro, in Brazilian Portuguese, was the capital. But they created the city of Brasilia. They got a specific architect to create it. You should look at it on a map. It's got the design of an airplane, the sort of wings out, and the cockpit, and all the buildings are built around that. It's very unusual. Cool idea. And it's sort of in the Amazon rather than being on the coast. So yeah. Okay, so we did 20 today. I hope you learned something new. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you click that like button? A big thank you to all the lovely comments I receive on my videos. I really appreciate them. Thank you so much. I try and respond to as many as I can. But I really, really do appreciate them. And a big welcome to the quite a few of you who joined my Patreon over the Christmas period. And if you want extra videos every month, then join them. Info in the box below. If you're new here and you made it this far, you may as well subscribe. Surely you'll love all of the videos on this channel. They're just like so much for watching. I hope you're fast asleep and you can't even hear me. I'll see you again next week.